This is Treetown Sound with Matthew Altruda.
Oh, hello. How's everyone doing out there tonight? This is your host, Matthew Altruda, and this is a special show, and not just because it's winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, or not because it's Frank Zappa's birthday, but it's because it's my birthday. Yes, tonight is my 40th birthday, and I get to be live on the radio. And this is special because I won't be doing this again for 7 years. I'm also joined by do you not understand that? 7 years, meaning, you know, how days of the week go. Sorry, the studio audience is confused. I'll catch them up on the break. I'm also joined today in studio by one of my dear friends, Ross Fetterman, who is the drummer of Tally Hall, also going to Yale to get his degree in immunobiology. And we can talk to him a little bit about that. And I also have Mr. Laith Al-Sadi in studio today, and he's going to be doing whatever he wants because he's a bad man. He's about as good as they come at the guitar, a brilliant musician. He actually played my birthday party last night at the Blind Pig. Ross, what did you... You've seen Laith play before, right?
Yeah, but it had been a very long time, I realized.
And, you know, Laith played extra hard because it was my birthday, but not really. That's just how he does it every night. I want to take some credit, but really the reality is that's every show from Laith. Just being a professional musician and someone who's toured around the world, I always say great things about people. Let's hear a professional opinion of what you thought of last night.
I mean, it was awesome. it was no, you know what it was that struck me too. I don't really know much about guitar playing, but it seemed like I do want to keep turning and looking at you while I'm saying this, but I feel like I need to get picked up by.
We could turn on Lace Smythe. Here, play.
Well, anyway, it seemed like there was very little lost in translation between like the way you were feeling and what was coming out of the guitar. Does that make sense?
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I think
like
that's always the goal.
Your emotions. It just seemed like it was like 99.9% of what you were feeling. Whereas, like a lot of musicians, you could tell there's more there than is actually coming out.
Yeah, that's a good
point.
point.
And when you go into record, you realize that too. I mean, with drumming, it took me a while to realize what you have to do in the studio for what you feel and what you think you're playing to actually sound that way.
Absolutely.
To actually come out through the board and on the tape and really encapsulate like what your emotions were.
Yeah.
So, you nail it. I mean,
he nails it.
Yeah, I can't.
He crushes it. There's like some of my friends, obviously, it was my birthday party and everything else, Sonic Lunch holiday party, but I had friends come out who had never seen Laith before. And they thought I brought in like the greatest rock star who ever lived to perform. I did. I really did, though. I really did. And they're looking at me like, man, you are incredible. How do you get people like this to play your party? And it's more or less like Laith is just a staple in Ann Arbor. And
you didn't tell them that I paid you?
No, I did not tell them you paid me.
Come on, man.
I want to play
your
it
party
so badly.
I know, right? Well, Ross, we're going to play a song so we can chat some more. Ross is going to be co-hosting with me. Carter's going to be on the mic too. And obviously, Laith's going to be playing in studio. It's my first 40th birthday celebration, so we're doing things different on Treetown Sound. But we're going to start off with one of our favorite songwriters of the show. And this is Rob Cantor from Tally Hall. And who produced this song, Ross?
Rob and I co-produced this.
Nice. This is... Set it up for me, if you don't bother.
There was a cover series. They did a bunch of albums. It was called Guilt by Association. So they were sort of like guilty pleasure cover songs that indie bands did.
And this is it?
They invited Rob to do one. He wanted to do this song. He picked it from the list that they kind of had.
He just wanted to pick a song that was 1 minute and 41 seconds,
well, actually,
I think.
He did chop off the first... There was some part of the song that you just cut and said, it's a little better without this. And just jumped right in, and we made a short but sweet, kind of...
Well, here it is. This is starting off the Treetown Sound birthday celebration with Laith Al-Sadi, Ross Fetterman. This is Rob Cantor of Tally Hall with Why Bother? That is Why Bother by Mr. Rob Cantor from Tally Hall. And Ross from Tally Hall is joining me in studio right now. And we're going to do a little bit of a highlight on Rob Cantor because I'm a massive Tally Hall fan. One of the reasons why Ross and I are such good friends is just because I stalked him on MySpace for years. Actually, that's not true, but I am a huge fan of Tally Hall and Ross as a person.
It was Bob Lester.
It was Bob Lester that connected us.
He came and saw me in New York and said, "Oh, you're going back to Ann Arbor? You need to find tuna."
That's right.
And it took me like 8 months actually before I.
Yeah, which is lame.
I know.
And for all of you that don't know, Rob Lester was the original guitar player, Mitre Disco, and Ella Riot. So I was talking to Mr. Cantor this week and asking him for a soundbite for Treetown Sound. One like, this is Rob Cantor, and you're listening to Treetown Sound, like what I usually do. And so what he did was he sent me 3 different ones and is like, here, you can just splice it whatever you want it, play whichever one you want. But for the first time and only time ever, I'm going to play all 3 sound bites right in a row for the listening audience because we're doing things a little different today. And this is going to segue directly into Shia LaBeouf. And you maybe have seen this viral YouTube video, 10 million plays about him being a cannibal. It's one of the greatest music videos ever made. And Ross, you didn't even know it was coming out.
Well...
Yeah, you
he
did.
He invited me to come play drums in it, actually.
Oh, so you actually did know.
I did know.
Well, I didn't know.
And I really wanted to go, but it was like just too impossible to go for 2 days to LA.
Yeah, well, you're at Yale getting your PhD in immunology. You don't have time to be a rocker anymore, son.
Immunology.
Immunology, communiology, biology. I don't know. It was a rough night last night at the Blind Pig.
And I was thinking about that. It's pretty rough that every
Seriously.
time I come on your show, it's a Sunday after
A big
very,
party?
very late Saturday night at the Blind Pig.
That's
I
the
feel
truth.
like
That's
I
the
always have
truth.
No energy.
All right, well, this is a debut, the one and only time you'll ever hear 3 sound bites in a row. This is Rob Cantor's intro of his live Shia LaBeouf.
Hey, this is Rob Cantor. You're listening to Treetown Sound on Ann Arbor's 107.1 FM. This is Rob Cantor, and you're listening to Treetown Sound on Ann Arbor's 107.1 FM. This is Rob Cantor, and you're listening to Treetown Sound on Ann Arbor's 107.1 FM. Enjoy.
I know Shia LaBeouf kind of scares me too. I'm not really too sure what Rob Cantor was thinking about writing that, but if you want to find the video and can't figure out how to spell Shia LaBeouf, just put Rob Cantor in YouTube and you will find it. How does that sound?
That sounds like
That sounds pretty good. As you can tell, there's a little bit of feedback from your guitar. I heard that.
There's a healthy buzz.
No, it's good. I mean, I don't get Lathe in studio very often bringing the electric. Is that the brand new guitar you got?
No.
No. I guess I'm not that special. It is pretty new.
It's
All
certainly
right.
pretty.
It's definitely.
That is a beautiful looking.
It is a
guitar,
beautiful
which
guitar.
No one gets to see, nor do they get to see this ridiculous mustache.
No, they don't get to see your ridiculous mustache. But if you have a bottle of Captain Morgan laying around the house, then you know exactly what it looks like. All right, we're going to keep this.
Yeah, we had to when we did Hawaii Part 2. You know, we started with a bunch of Joe's demos, and we've all gone through chasing the demo problem.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time. You know, all the different re-recordings of Tally Hall songs. It's, you know, there's some balance when you're doing really crafting the songwriting where you want to go back and really make sure the licks fit in with the writing. I mean, it's very different when it's improvised stuff, when it's blues, when it's. But for Hawaii Part 2, I mean, we went out of our way to basically say, well, what from the demo tracks are we just going to keep and mix in a little bit different and not try to re-record, not try to reprogram, not try to change at all.
That also makes a lot more work when you have to do that.
Yeah, it's a lot more work, and you often realize you're spending more and more and more time to just create something that doesn't have the energy that you start.
It's like the story of Moby Dick.
Yeah.
It's
just forever chasing that perfect album that you're never going to get. So you just need to do it and feel the energy and get it done right.
And I mean,
and half the time, like, the crappiness of the demo is what you love about it. It's like, because most of the time, even songs that I've recorded, I love the demos of kind of more than, you know, the finished product. I mean, even with this album, like, Gone is pristine, but I should bring in the first version that I recorded, because the way that I wrote that song was with my laptop, and I had just gotten GarageBand and was just laying down multi-track. I wrote that song in about 15 minutes and recorded all my parts on top of each other. And it's crappy, but it's got this feel to it.
Yeah,
It's,
I want to hear that.
It's
even if I don't ever play on the radio and you don't want me to share with anyone, I'd love to hear that. Well, let's do a song live in studio.